Hey there, it's YoBo. Welcome to day 282 of life, according to YoBo. Trust me, y'all live your life according to YoBo, you gonna be all right. Let me tell you why I say that. I just returned from California. I spent a little time with my son. I spent a little time with my daughter. I spent a little time with my grandson, all of whom I raised, all of whom lived their lives according to YoBo. They all right with me. Honey child, they surprised me a time or two. I had to just step back and I had to say, y'all gonna be okay. Okay, now, come on back. Get my books on my website, YoBo Productions. Watch my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We are continuing in our series, I Know How to Act Like a Lady, but How Do I Think Like a Man? Pulling up my notes. We are in chapter 2. The previous messages we were talking about your personal business is your personal business. That's what we're continuing in. Ladies, I'm not going to review all that. Go back and listen to the message. Men are watching these videos and laughing because they know it's true. I talked to some men while in California, and I was talking about ladies having diarrhea of the mouth on dates, and they fell out laughing. This was funny to them because I was actually telling what they knew to be true. There's something I need to add though, ladies. There are some things that you are going to need to know about a person, but the first date ain't the place for it. You don't go on the first date, you want to know his credit score, you want to know how many bank accounts he has, how much money is in each bank account, how long he's been on his job, what does he put into his 401k, is he fully vested? If he's not fully vested, when will he be fully vested? You asking way too much information about the man. But if you're silly enough to ask these questions, and some of y'all have been, did you notice he never gave you a straight answer? Y'all better listen to YoBo. Think like a man. Don't get too nosy too soon, because if you notice, he not asking you a bunch of questions. Follow his lead. See, this is foreign to us when we're trying to learn how to think like a man. This doesn't come naturally to us. So just follow his lead. He ain't asking you nothing. But if that joker does start asking you a bunch of personal information, that's going to be your opportunity to think like a man and refuse to give him any details. I told you the magic words to say when he started prying. What you say? It's a long story. But you ain't even going to have to say that because the average man is not going to be getting all in your personal business. And scroll on through my notes now. Got to realize when I wrote this book 9 years ago, things were starting to change as it relates to technology. It has really advanced since I wrote this book. People meet nowadays online, and that's fine. 10 years ago, people didn't do it much. Online dating was new. But I didn't have a problem with it then, and I don't have a problem with it now because we do everything else online. We pay our bills online. We buy our groceries online. We shop for clothing online. We buy Christmas presents online. We book vacations online. I just did a fundraiser for our cemeteries in the country where our old ancestors are buried, the ones who were former slaves. I did all that online. I did one in December and raised $800, and then just did another one, $1,300 that was split between the two cemeteries. But this one that I just did online raised over $2,000. So I don't have a problem with doing things online. But when you're dating online, the same rules apply, ladies. The same rules apply as though he's sitting right across the table from you. But you definitely Don't give up none of your personal information. Look, ain't nobody meeting you online that's that doggone interested in you. They saw your picture and they just went head over heels in love with you. You know what? Somebody bring me some toilet paper, because that's a bunch of BS right there. Nobody looks at your picture and it's just that much in love with you. Well, he calls me princess. He calls me his queen. He calls me his Nubian goddess. What Jesus tell the disciples? How long have I been with you and you still don't understand? Ladies, that's game. Game must recognize game. Dude on the other end of your computer is a total stranger. And now, the way I'm talking about it, don't you fall in love with nobody you met online. That might be his brother's picture or his cousin's picture or just a picture he copied from another website. You don't meet a stranger and fall in love with a stranger. It's a doggone shame. I have to say it, but I do. Let me keep going. Now, if you just want to be nosy, if you just want to verify some things, and you should, you can do that. All you have to do is go to your local court's website. When I wrote this book 9 years ago, the fee was $4.95. I don't know what it is now. But if you type in the name of your new boo, it will give you a listing of every case in which he's been a party. Now, it's okay if maybe somebody accused him of defacing their property, he and 5 or 6 other people, when he was 16, 17 years old. All that's going to come up. But you know, okay, you can overlook that. There may be an explanation for that. But if dude got a restraining order against him and he's been arrested for domestic violence and some of that other kind of crazy stuff, ooh, you better come up with an excuse. You better get a job transfer and move someplace else. That's your warning sign. Something ain't right. Anytime you feel yourself falling for somebody that you don't know very well, listen to what YoBo told you. And what did I tell you? Focus on what they showed you, not on what they told you. That's why people end up in divorce court, because they believe what somebody told them, not what they showed them. If you think I'm lying, pause and think back on the last dozen people you dated. Ha! Ha ha! You say, well, YoBo, I ain't dated a dozen people. I tell you what, think back on the last 2, 3. Did what they told you match what they showed you? Point proven, honey. Life according to YoBo, I know how to act like a lady, but how do I think like a man? Come on back for day 283. We're going to continue. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.